I see the 99%. You are fierce. Imagine. And over the past 40 years, leaders within the labor movement have hunkered down and tried to protect and defend the members we represent and bargain for. And this is really important to do, but we believe that it is no longer enough. We can no longer win one battle at a time. Our union has to unite with a broad 99% movement to tackle all forms of social inequality. And we need to decide to take primary responsibility to lead on closing the gap between the rich and everyone else. We can revitalize the American labor movement and get millions of workers collectively bargaining again so we can lift wages for all families. We are the richest nation on earth. It is inexcusable that 25 million people are looking for full-time work when corporations are earning record profits. It is inexcusable that 1 in 5 children in our nation are going to bed hungry every night when luxury items are being sold at an all-time high. Enough is enough. We have had it. It's outrageous. It's time that it come to an end. We can inspire millions more to join unions. We can inspire tens of millions more to join a 99% movement to get our world back on a path to a just society. And we have hordes to accompany us on our path. So we're going to have some fun along the way. The solution is clear. The 99% need to unite. We need to lead, unite, fight, and win for the 99%. We need to unite in our workplaces. We need to unite at the polls, and we need to unite in the streets. We can spark an organizing movement. We can inspire workers everywhere to stand up and fight for good jobs. It doesn't matter what industry they work in or what union they join. What matters is that the 99% join together to tackle the 1%'s power, and that all of us in the 99% movement need to see workers forming unions and collectively bargaining, being able to lift wages again, not just for ourselves, but for all workers in the economy. To those who say it cannot happen, I say SEIU has made it happen time and time again. I've had the privilege of seeing it with my own eyes. We brought together hospital workers throughout California. When organizing a healthcare system all at once, people said, "Oh, that can't be done. Nobody's ever done that before. What are you talking about?" And when we settled the first contract for 18,000 workers covering 22 hospitals, where workers won 18% wage increases and fully paid family health care, guess what happened? 200,000 non-union workers in Southern California had their wages increased by 7%, and employers gave them employee-only health care for the first time in their lives because union workers had the guts to stand up, stick their necks out, join together, collectively bargain, and win a contract. And then we made it possible for so many others. I feel so fortunate that I had that experience because I know that's not an experience that all workers have had across our economy. Because the last time wages were rising across the economy was in 1974, when 30% of the workers in the US economy were collectively bargaining. Wages were rising for everyone. We have to make that happen again. The solution is clear. We need to lead, unite, fight, and win for the 99%. We need to win in the workplace, we need to win at the polls, and we need to win in the streets. The 2012 election in the United States presents us with a crystal clear choice about whose vision for America the majority of the people in our country want to live in. The 1% Romney vision or the 99% Barack Obama vision? Our Puerto Rican and Canadian brothers and sisters have upcoming elections that face very similar choices with different names. We all have to connect the issues that our communities care about to the leaders we elect into office. We want to connect the re-election of President Barack Obama to the issues that our communities care about, a 99% agenda for change, a lot of which we heard this morning. We want good jobs now. We want everybody to pay their fair share. We want to restore government and health care, and we demand a pathway to citizenship for all immigrants in this country. Si se puede, si se puede. When we make this connection to the issues that our communities care about, we can show the voters who are discouraged, disappointed, full of despair about how bad the economy is for them and how broken our democracy is, that we can fix this if we unite together in the 99% and get to the polls this November. Coming out of Denver, every U.S. delegate needs to leave on fire in making the winning of the re-election of President Barack Obama our union's #1 priority. Brothers and sisters, the solution is clear. We need to lead, unite, fight, and win for the 99%. We will... Lead, unite, fight! Lead, unite, fight! Lead, unite, fight! Lead, unite, fight! And we're going to do that with non-union workers. We're going to do that with voters going to the polls, and we're going to do that by keeping all those workers and community people and voters that we've organized as a strong force that stays in the streets in 2013 so we can win our demands on this 99% agenda. We are going to hold every elected official's feet to the fire and make them send them packing if they stand for the corrupt practices of the 1%. We have got to hold them accountable. And the solution is to unite the 99%. And that calls for each and every one of us in this room to lead. One thing we know, based on our history in this union, is we cannot spark an organizing movement without hundreds of thousands more leaders inside our union and inside the broader justice movement being willing to step up to a new level of leadership so that we can expand the 99% movement for change. I was so inspired as I traveled around our union preparing for this convention about the hundreds of members that automatically put their hand in the air and said, I am willing to take personal responsibility for helping to create this change in our country and in our union. I will help mobilize hundreds of thousands of new leaders and activists inside our union. And we have to leave this convention on fire, prepared to do things in ways that we've never done before. And I know many of the people in this room, as we saw in this morning's video, have engaged in direct action for the first time in your lives. And we're going to need to go inspire additional members and leaders all throughout our union to do that kind of action in order to get our agenda met. You and I know that the SEIU engine has been running pretty well. We've got a good bargaining cylinder, a good representation cylinder, a great organizing cylinder. We got a good political cylinder. We're going to add 2 more cylinders to our engine as we leave this convention. One is on direct action and mobilization, and 2 is on movement building with our partners to create a 99% movement force for change. And we have to do this by organizing outside the bounds of our contracts and local unions. We're going to call upon every member leader in this room, not just to organize at work or in your neighborhood, but to establish personal networks that include family, friends, and neighbors and coworkers to demand justice together. We will focus on developing leadership at every level of our union so that our organization reflects the rich diversity of our members and the communities we serve. We will nurture all the leadership potential we have from our members, retirees, staff, our young emerging leaders, local union executive boards. We all have to step up and build the most inclusive leadership we can be so that we can represent the 99%. This moment calls for the highest level of unity. It's time for us to reassert what we learned from our families, from our house of worship, and by schools, that we're all in this together. We have a responsibility to each other, and that we can achieve more together than we can by ourselves. We can trigger a surge in organizing. It's happened before. The civil rights movement created a surge that changed racial attitudes and made new laws. The anti-war movement created a surge that required our country to withdraw from Vietnam. The farm worker movement created a surge that allowed tens of thousands of workers to have their wages and conditions improved in the fields of California. The LGBT movement has created an incredible surge just recently in celebrating our president's commitment to marriage equality and the basic dignity of all people in this country. But, brothers and sisters, the last organizing surge was in the 1930s. And I'm calling on the leaders of SEIU to commit ourselves to revitalizing a workers' movement by creating the conditions for millions of workers to be able to join hands together and lift wages again so that we can create good jobs that people can raise their families on once again. The solution is clear. We need to lead, unite, fight, and win for the 99%. When I think about this moment for working people, I often think about the words of my mother, who I'm blessed to have in the hall with us today. As my mom and I would leave church with my 9 brothers and sisters, I was always the one pulling at her sleeve, saying, "Can they really get water from a stone?" And she'd say, "You've got to have faith." And it was always the same answer, no matter what question I had. Loaves and fishes, on and on. And SEIU, I can't tell you exactly how we are going to create these conditions to organize millions more into a broad workers' movement and then bigger justice movement. But what I can tell you is that our union has taught me that if we believe in each other, if we have each other's backs, and if we link arms knowing that there is strength in our numbers, we can make anything happen. This convention will ask each and every delegate in this room to accept personal responsibility to lead members, neighbors, and family, to unite with the broader 99% justice movement, and to fight for a just society so that we can all win for the 99%. But it doesn't just stop here. We must continue the conversations that we're having these days in Denver when we go back home, inside of our family homes, inside of our local union halls, every neighborhood, every workplace, with our friends. Because you and I know that the path before us is pretty clear between now and November 6th in the US. But then, after that, the signs get a little harder to read. Now, we have a track record of success, and we have each other. And that's what reminds me about the story when Moses heard the voice of God tell him to go back to Egypt and lead the Jews out of slavery. And when the hour appeared at its darkest, and when their faith had been tested, and brothers and sisters, you've all had these moments in this room. The sky broke, and the path became clear, and the Jordan River appeared. And one person stepped forward. His name was Nahshon. He was the first person to walk into the Red Sea. And according to the Jewish holy books, he had such faith that he walked into the Red Sea until the water was at his shoulders before it parted. Brothers and sisters, at this moment in history, we all have to be Nahshon, which means that it's not only about whether we believe, but whether we will initiate and lead. I'm asking all of us in this room today to have that level of faith, and that we can work toward a just society where all workers are valued. And brothers and sisters, it makes my blood boil to see the level of disrespect for work that is happening all around us. And our vision includes that every human being deserves respect. And you and I know we are having a war with the 1% over being respected. Our families and communities deserve to thrive. How about a paid vacation? How about family sick days? It's not too much for us to expect that our families and communities can thrive. And we are going to use every last ounce of our energy in this union to ensure that the next generation has a more equal and a better world to live in than the one we are in now. Sisters and brothers, this is our moment. This is our time. And together, the SEIU family, we can make anything happen. Thank you very much. Thank you.